Stretching across the landscape of the Ohio River Valley, ancient mounds rise quietly from the earth, bearing silent witness to a lost civilization. These earthworks are more than just hills. They are intricately constructed burial sites and ceremonial grounds left by a mysterious group that we now know as the Mound Builders. But why are there so many of them here? And what can they tell us about the people who created them thousands of years ago? To understand the significance of these mounds, we first need to understand the region itself. The Ohio River Valley, cutting through the heart of what now is the Midwestern United States, served as an ancient corridor for travel, trade, and cultural exchange. Lush forests, fertile soil, and easy access to waterways made it ideal for early settlers. From as early as 1000 BC, indigenous cultures thrived here. Over time, these groups began constructing monumental mounds that continue to intrigue archaeologists today. But this practice wasn't exclusive to one group or culture. So, who were the people behind these mounds? Many of the Ohio Valley's burial mounds were built by two key cultures, the Adena and the Hopewell. The Adena culture, dating back to around 1000 BC to roughly 200 CE, is one of the AD 200 AD is one of the earliest known mound builder societies in North America. Adena sites are marked by simple, rounded mounds that were often burial sites, signifying respect and reverence for the deceased. The Adena were followed then by the Hopewell culture, which flourished between 200 BC and 500 AD. They expanded the practice, creating larger, more elaborate earthworks and burial complexes. Unlike the Adena, the Hopewell built complex geometric shapes such as circles, squares, and even effigies of animals. The famous Great Serpent Mound in Ohio, a massive snake-shaped earthwork stretching nearly 1,300 feet, is attributed to the Hopewell, though there are recent studies, or kind of recent, in 2014 that indicate that the Great Serpent Mound was actually started by the Adena culture. Both cultures did, though, leave behind clues in these mounds, not only of burial practices. They tell tales of social structure, belief systems, and connections to other distant cultures and regions. So what purpose did these mounds serve? In many cases, they functioned as burial sites, and some were filled with elaborate grave goods. Archaeologists have found items like pottery, tools, and ornaments made from materials like copper, shells, and mica, resources not native to Ohio, which indicates that there was a vast trade network between these cultures. This diversity of materials suggests that the mound builders had a far-reaching trade network, stretching as far as the Gulf of Mexico and the Great Lakes. Burial mounds may have served not only as final resting places, but as markers of social status and symbols of cultural and spiritual beliefs. Beyond burials, the mounds were centers for ceremonial and community. The layout and positioning of some mounds align with astronomical events like solstices, hinting at a deeper spiritual connection to the cosmos. The sheer effort and precision required to build these mounds indicate a society with sophisticated social organization and engineering knowledge. To construct them, laborers would have needed specialized skills, and the process likely involved ritualistic and ceremonial practices that bound communities together. For the mound builders, mounds weren't just earthen structures, they were sacred spaces bridging the world of the living and the spiritual realm. The elaborate designs and artifacts found inside suggest that they believed in an afterlife where the deceased needed protection and offerings. Despite their cultural and architectural achievements, the mound builders faced eventual decline. By around 500 AD, the Hopewell culture had disappeared, possibly due to climate changes, resource depletion, or social conflicts. The cause is yet to be determined. Yet, their influence persisted as later cultures, such as the Mississippians, continued to build mounds throughout the southeastern United States. Today, the reasons for their decline remain speculative, But what is clear is that the knowledge and culture of the Adena and the Hopewell left an indelible mark on the Ohio River Valley. Today, these mounds are protected as sacred and historic sites, but their preservation hasn't always been guaranteed. Over the centuries, many mounds were damaged or destroyed by agriculture, urbanization, and looting. In recent decades, efforts by archaeologists, historians, and indigenous groups have grown to preserve and protect these sites. Today, the Ohio River Valley mounds are not only archaeological treasures, but also places for reflection and cultural reverence. The burial mounds of the Ohio River Valley offer us a window into a complex society that once thrived on this land. Though we've uncovered much about these structures, many mysteries still remain. Why did they choose such unique geometric patterns for some mounds, and how did they organize the massive labor needed to build them? Each mound holds its own stories, blending earth and spirit, life and death. As we continue to study and protect these ancient wonders, we preserve not only their history, but the enduring legacy of the people who built them. Thank you for watching, and make sure to join us here next time as we delve deeper into the mysteries of ancient civilizations.